Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do a disassembly for you. This is the Bestechman Dundee. So this knife will drop on, I think, October 14th, if I'm getting that right. This is a new line from Bestech. I have some info on it around here somewhere. Do I want to grab it? Yeah, I'll grab it. All right. So here's the packaging. Right here, you get this silver box. Again, it's a new line for them. This is the BMK01E. There's, I think they said 11 or 14 different versions of it. So you have G10 and you have micarta versions, obviously. And let's see, in case you guys want some specs, there you go. D2 blade on all of them. 8.07 inch handles, 4.73 inch blade length. That can't be right. 3.3 inch blade thickness. That can't be right. 0.125. Wait, that can't be right. Oh shit, I'm such an idiot. Could somebody reach through the screen and just smack me? It's a little weird how they set this up, isn't it? So the overall length is 8.07. The handle length is 4.73. The blade length is 3.35. And the blade thickness is 0.125. The weight is 3.32. And it says right here, LeftyEDC is a fucking moron. Got it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, so this is a new line from Bestech. You know I'm leaving that in. You know I'm leaving that in. I don't edit that shit. I look dumb. I look dumb. What are you going to do? New line from Bestech. I think it's going to be sold on like Amazon and shit like that. It's kind of like their Send Cut, I guess. If you want to, compare it to something, which I like to do with everything. And I think they're going to be like $40. I think that's a really good value for what you get here. I'm not a big G10 guy, and I'm not a big D2 guy, but I gotta say, this thing is put together really nicely. They really dialed the detent perfectly. You do have a fuller, so you can pop it and reverse flick it. It works really well left-handed because it's a liner lock. Pretty thin grind, beautiful satin. You do have this sort of two-tone look. There you go. Bestechman, the Dundee from O Stop L. I like the design. I don't love the liner access or the lock bar access. I think it's okay. It's just a little bit weird, and it's sort of slippery. There's no jimping on it and not that much access. I don't mind not jimping. I honestly prefer not jimping, but I just don't want it to have minimal access. I want more access because what happens is I end up using the corner of my finger like that, and then it gets uncomfortable. Reversible clip. I would love to see a filler tab. I just think it would clean it up. It wouldn't be that expensive to throw a G10 filler tab in there to fill it in. So the reason I want to take this apart is because this centering is off by a lot, and there's no play. So I'm just hoping something's misaligned in there and we can get it sorted out. Plus, we get to see the inside of this bad boy. So we got our Get Good screw and our revolver right there. So we're going to grab our T8 and pop that in. Give her a spin. Like to start her off with a spin. And we're off to the races. It did spin a little bit there, so I don't know if it's captive or not. Should be, but no other screws. Interesting. I wonder if this is just going to fall off or if there's a screw under there. It's looking like we're going to need a T6. I'm going to grab another driver. Just to make our lives easier, I do have another Get Good screw because, well, I'm a screwy bastard, if you know what I'm saying. I'm going to grab a T6 here for this guy. I did order new bearings to try out in here. I have their ceramic bearings in here, which I think I finally got situated. They were acting up, but they seem good now, so we'll see. I love these drivers, though. They're awesome. That's going into that liner, and it seems to, whoa, okay, the whole knife is falling apart. Is that spinning? Yes, it's spinning. Okay. So it seems like you don't even have to take... Because, yeah, see, there isn't a screw in there. It's just sitting in there on a post, basically. So I'm going to be able to wiggle this standoff out, probably. And then the whole knife should just rotate on that one, which is what I'm hoping for. Then I don't even need to, but I'm going to have to get back in there to get the standoff back in. So I do need to get it apart. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to need another driver, which kind of sucks, but here we go. We're going to grab another T6. And luckily we got the blade out of there, but we're going to take our torque driver, aka stubbers here, and do this so we can get this screw out. Ooh, get a little strippage. And of course it wants to come out the side I don't want it to come out, but that's fine. And there we go. All right. So we will rest easy. And yeah. So what you have is a standoff right here that is loose, is what I was getting at. It's not like there's no screws to it. It just sits in here, and the pressure from this standoff and from the frame keeps it straight. Is that ideal? No. I would prefer to have a screw there, but I get why they didn't do it. It does look clean, so sure. And it's a budgety knife, fine. We do have these little bearings. These are going to be your 5mm, 1mm. Is it worth putting skiffs in there? Nope, probably not. So I did want to see if there's anything going on in here, if maybe there's a reason why it's off-centered. Don't see anything. The action was good. You do have a D shape here. Let's see, and it's a D-shaped barrel, so that's good. And they did it properly. They basically have the show side pivot there kind of like welded on or whatever. That's the way to do it, in my opinion. Leaving any room for this to unscrew is just not good. So let's see about putting it back together, I guess. This would go through this side. And we need that D shape facing down because that's the way the B sits in there. You heard me, the B. So maybe the bearings were in a weird way. We're going to find out here. We got a lot of oil up in this business. I don't need that much on my knife, but they did have good action going, so I don't want to mess with it too much. You can see how they press fit that stop pin in. Let me check that and make sure that's straight. That could be the issue. So it does look pretty good. It doesn't look like the stop pin is off at all. Sometimes if the stop pin shifted over, which it kind of looks a little bit shifted to that side, that can really jack up your action / centering. But you know what? The action's like perfect, so don't think that would be it. So let's just drop this in. Drop this bearing on. And we're going to get our random standoff. And then we pop this one on like this. Just gotta make sure. Oh, okay. Yep, we're kind of all back together there. I'm gonna take our pivot screw. And we'll get that guy going. By the way, this was provided to me by Bestech. Shout out to Bestech for sending this my way. Thank you very much. They sent it over for review. Yeah, it's still off, so let's see. Oh, grab our 6. And that's why I love these drivers, because you can really get a good spin. I don't know if you heard it just spin like crazy there. So you'll see with the pivot tight, we are way over to this clip side. We are tight, but yeah, we're a little too tight now. So let's back off. So I backed off a little bit. Centering came back pretty good. And we honestly still have no play. Whoa. Jesus. Centering looks, man, that looks really good. So let me just get it right there. Yeah, now we have play. So tighten that down a little bit. Still centered. Very minimal play. Still pretty centered. A little bit of play. Now we're off a little bit, but we have almost 0 play there. So there's definitely a spot there. I'm going to get the super glue. Probably not the best idea, but you know me. I'm always doing great idea things. You know how it is. So the way I want to tighten this down is... God damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So I want to tighten it to about there. We're off by a little bit. Maybe back that off a touch. That's the spot. I just need to hit that spot, so... Okay, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Okay. Basically zero play. It's dropping really nicely. And we're almost centered. So let me set this down and clean this up real quick. I don't want to use that. Use the corner of my Devo towel. You can see I've already used it. Looks like a jizz rag. And I got some on the cork, unfortunately, but I might just let it bead up. And then it should just crack off, right? Or I could scoop it. Or I could be an idiot and rub it in. There we go. So, we need to let this cure real quick. Let me check all the other screws. Tight. 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 There's not many other screws there, Kev. All right, so looking at the centering, I mean, it's pretty close. It's a little off, but it's not going to hurt anything. It's definitely way better than it was, and I am accepting of this. The detent, maybe a little bit of play, but it's more like, it's not really play, it's take up. It feels really good when it pops. Again, no play at all. And great action. So I gotta say, I got that dialed in. Glad. I really like the G10, guys. I think this G10 is done well. I think the whole design is very sleek. I honestly really like it. I'm not a big budget knife guy. You guys know that. But I'm digging this one. I think for $40, I think this... Oh, Jesus, Kev. I think this is giving you a lot more than what you get from Sencut or CJRB. It has life to it. I don't know if that makes sense. I know I sound... I don't know. Maybe I sound rude or something. I don't know. But those knives don't have life. They just seem to be kind of... I don't want to say soulless. I'm not talking about Two Sons. But you know, it's just like the Sencut Honoris or the whatever. They're just kind of lifeless designs in a way. And I don't think they're attributed to any designers or anything like that. So this is cool that it's Ostapel. You know, they got a little bit of clout behind it. And then it's a really solid design. He does these sleek, thin knives, and he does a good job with it. And then Bestech nailed it with the action. I mean, the detent is crisp. It's really good. And the closing action's fantastic. You can't really ask for more than what you're getting here. So that is the Bestechman Dundee. I don't think I'm going to need to do a follow-up of any kind. Because I think I covered everything I think about this. And I appreciate Bestech for sending this out. Oh, the clip. The clip is really good. I actually did carry this for a day when I got it. I just threw it in the back pocket. Used it as an unboxing knife for a video I never posted because I tried filming it downstairs while I was unboxing. It was a nightmare. Is there any lock rock? No lock rock. That liner just looks simple, but it works really well. So I got to give them that. The jimping on the flipper tab's great. The jimping on the spine is great. Oh, the ergos. Did we talk about that? The ergos are very neutral. You just have this straight handle. Your finger kind of wants to get here, and your thumb lands here. The jimping goes far enough up for you to use it. Feels comfortable in hand. You have no choil, but that's okay. It's a drop point, so it's not going to be, you know, my preferred. It's almost clip pointy, honestly. It does kind of rise up a little bit, so maybe it's a clip point. So not my preferred blade shape, but it did open those packages that I needed it to open. Oops, slamming a blade edge into Timascus. I think I chipped it. God damn it. Look at that. Chipped it. And you guys go around telling people D2 is tough. See that? Chip right there. Real question is, did I jack up my... Yep. Look at that. Scratch the shit out of it. Oh, no. Right there. I chipped it. Jesus. Did I? Yeah, I guess I got it a little bit there. But I honestly, I'm not worried about it. I'm kind of laughing about it. That's so cool. Look at that. I'm a, you know, use your shit guy when it comes to stuff like this. So even though it's fancy materials, I could care less that I chipped it. I'm pissed about the blade edge because I don't sharpen. So now I got this chip blade. Probably just have a buddy sharpen it out. If it's real, might not even be a real chip. Maybe a strop will strop it out too, who knows. Anyway, the detent is right here, so it is a little bit late, honestly. But you never really notice it because you kind of just zip right past it. You'd have to be pretty high up for it to hit, yeah. If you're in a normal location like that, it's just going to come down and get you. So, yeah, I dig it. The Dundee. Let me know what you guys think down below. And I always forget you can reverse flick it, which is just a baller feature on a knife, that you can reverse flick it like that. So this may become a pass-around knife. I mean, a giveaway knife at some point. So keep your eyes out for that, I guess. And shout out to Bestech. These drop on October 14th, I believe. Let me just double check that for you. Yep, Friday, October 14th. So pick one of these up on the 14th and then come over to devoknives.com and pick up a Buzz pre-order the next day at 1 p.m. So, love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.